struggling, and it breaks my heart to see you like this. I know you don't feel it right now, but I want you to remember that you are loved deeply and completely. You're not alone in this, not ever. I see everything you do, the kindness you give, the effort you put in, even when you feel like it's never enough. It's more than enough to me. You matter more than you realize. Please don't think for a second that you're a burden. I'm here, always, and I want to be with you through the hard moments too, not just the easy ones. I know that right now, it feels like the weight of everything is too much to bear, but you don't have to carry it alone. It's okay to feel like this sometimes, even though I know you hate it. You don't need to hide your feelings from me. I want to hear them. I want to be here for you, to lift you up, just like you've always done for me. You've never been a burden, and you never will be. I'll always be here to help you find your way back to yourself, to remind you of the strength I know you have inside. I see how hard you're trying, even when it feels like you're failing, but you're not. You're doing more than enough. You are doing everything you can, and that's something to be proud of. Don't let your mistakes define you. They don't take away from how amazing you are. You're precious to me, and that will never change. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be you, and you are more than enough. I know you feel like you're not enough, but I need you to hear this. You are everything to me. You've always been everything. I see the little things you do, the care you give, and the love you put into everything. You may not think it's enough, but to me, it's more than enough. It's more than anything I could ever ask for. Your heart, your kindness, your strength. Those things are what make you beautiful, not anything else. Sometimes we get so caught up in our own heads, don't we? We let ourselves believe that we aren't worth loving, that we don't deserve to be happy. But that's not true. You're deserving of so much joy, so much love, and I want to remind you of that every day. The world might not always show you that, but I will. I'll show you how much you're loved. I'll show you just how much you mean to me, over and over again. You don't need to put on a mask for me. I love you as you are, even when you feel broken, even when you feel like you've failed. I'm here, always, for all the messy, complicated, beautiful parts of you. You don't have to carry all that weight by yourself. You don't have to hide how you feel. You can lean on me. Let me hold you. Let me help you carry it. Because no matter what, you're never a burden to me. You are allowed to feel down sometimes. You're allowed to have moments when everything feels too heavy. But I want you to know right now that I'm here to help lighten that load. I will always be here to support you, to remind you that you matter, that you're worth everything. You don't have to struggle alone. You have me, and I'll never leave. I can see that something's been weighing on you lately. You've been so quiet, and it's hard not to notice the way you've been looking at yourself. Please, don't hide from me. You're not alone in this. I'm right here, always, and I want to help. I know you've been struggling with a lot of negative thoughts, feeling like you don't deserve to be happy, like you're not good enough. But that couldn't be further from the truth. I don't want you to think that I'm going to judge you for what you're feeling. I'm not here to criticize you or tell you to snap out of it. I'm here to listen, to hold you, and to remind you that no matter how dark things may seem right now, you're not alone. I'm right here beside you, and I'm not going anywhere. You mean everything to me, more than you could ever know. When you say those things about yourself, it breaks my heart. You're so much more than you realize. You're kind, you're strong, you're beautiful inside and out. I wish you could see yourself the way I see you. You might be going through a rough time, but that doesn't make you any less worthy of love or happiness. I know it feels overwhelming right now, but we'll get through like you can't go on. Just let me in. Let me help. We can face it all, one step at a time, and you won't have to go through any of it alone. You are more than enough, and I love you, always. I know you're going through something right now, and I want you to understand that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to always have everything together. There's no shame in feeling like this. No shame in not being okay. We all have moments when we fall, when we struggle with ourselves. But I need you to know that this doesn't define you. It's just a part of the process, a small piece in the grand picture of who you are. I wish I could take all your pain away. I wish I could pull it out and make you feel light again, like everything is going to be okay. But I know that's not how things work. All I can do is remind you, over and over again, that you are so much stronger than you realize. You've gotten through everything that's been thrown your way so far, and I know you'll keep going. You don't need to keep carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Let me carry some of it for you. I want to be the one who holds you, who helps you rest, and who reminds you that you're worthy of kindness, of care, and of all the love you give to the people around you. You are not a burden. You are the most precious thing to me, and I'll always be here to remind you of that when you forget. It's okay to take a break, to let go of the harsh words you say to yourself, and just rest in the knowledge that you are loved. That's all you need to know right now. Just that. You are loved, and you will never be alone in this. I want you to take a deep breath and just focus on this moment. Right now, nothing else matters except that you're here, and I'm here, and we're together in this space. You don't have to carry all of that weight on your shoulders. You don't have to fix everything all at once. It's okay to take a step back, to rest, and to allow yourself the grace you give to others. You deserve that kindness too. When things feel overwhelming, remember that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be you. I know it's hard, but it's true. You are so much more than any mistake or moment of doubt. You have so much to offer, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You're not defined by your struggles or your fears. You're defined by your heart, by your ability to love and care so deeply, and by the strength that you don't even realize you have. I want you to know that you are not alone in this. I'm here, always, and I'll never leave. No matter how dark things may seem, you don't have to face it by yourself. I see the real you, the beautiful, kind, wonderful person who deserves all the happiness in the world, and I'll remind you of that every time you forget. So when you feel overwhelmed, when it feels like you're not enough, just remember that you are, and always will be, more than enough for me. And that's all that matters. You are so loved. You are so much more than you realize. Your worth isn't tied to what you do or how you look. It's tied to who you are. You are kind, compassionate, loving, and more than capable of overcoming anything that comes your way. I know it might be hard for you to see that right now, but I need you to trust me when I say you are more than enough. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, especially not to yourself. You are worthy of all the love in the world, just as you are. I want you to stop being so hard on yourself. There's no need to keep carrying that weight. You don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to handle everything alone. It's okay to lean on others. It's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry everything on your own shoulders. I'm here, and I will always be here to hold you up when you feel like you can't go on. I know you've been going through a tough time, but please know that you don't have to carry these feelings forever. They will pass, just like the storm clouds eventually fade away, and the sun will shine again. You will feel better, and you will find peace. And when is something you carry within you. You are capable of overcoming anything, and I'm so proud of you for how far you've already come. Please never forget that. You are loved, and you are more than enough.